Good morning. It's Monday, start of another week, and another milestone moment for the company as we move into our temporary offices. Got the keys on Friday. I never went in to have a look, to be honest with you. I was so busy. Had another meeting to get to at the end of the day on Friday. So we're at the process at the moment of getting like extension cords, and I went this morning, picked up coffee and a couple of bins, some coffee mate, because there's no fridge there. He hasn't seen the office yet, so this could be like first directorial fallout, because if I've picked something that's utter dog shit, then he's going to let me know about it. But get moved in today and hopefully get some decent deep dive work done for a good few hours and catch up on stuff and be able to be productive. That's the goal. So we'll see when Steff arrives and we'll get his reaction to the office. We have been moved in all day today, but we're aware that we haven't displayed our new, what can only be described as luxurious surroundings.
Yeah, lavish.
Lavish. Formerly known as the broom cupboard in this building. But we're in a communal office space that we've taken on for till the end of the year.
Yeah, we just, with the upheaval of what's going on at the cowshed, the fact that we don't currently have walls or a floor or desks or internet or power or toilets or a kitchen,
Running water, electricity.
or a design suite.
Yeah.
Working at home is great, but it's not always the easiest, and sometimes you just need to be able to kind of like leave the house, come to a space which is a dedicated workspace, and get into the right headspace to kind of get stuff done. So on that basis, we made the executive decision to to find alternative working accommodation on a temporary basis. And
Steff hadn't seen the place until today, so this is the
now it can't be unseen.
This is the current office surrounding.
And ultimately we're joking, but it's spot on for what we need.
For what we require, it's superb. This is going to be a big tour. So, as you can see, we've added two lamps. Steff will stand at the doorway. This is just to give you an idea of the scale of the operation that we're in at the moment. So, this is waiting area.
Yep.
Steff's in the waiting area and reception. This is
kitchen.
This is the kitchen that we're in at the moment. This is my humble abode and working area with adjoining light and workstation, and Steff's, squeeze past the kitchen here. This is Steff's humble abode and working area, and we have a window which is real. This is Glass Worx HQ.
This is the whole thing.
This is the whole thing right now. But as Steff said, it's actually, we've got probably more done today.
Honestly, and I was going to say this to you earlier, it's actually the first day, I don't know how you feel, but the first day that's felt like an actual work day business, like, getting on with stuff. It's been...
We managed to come in this morning, we've set up quite a bit of stuff on our CRM system, we've got some leads in, we've made phone calls. It's an ideal environment for what we need to do, and we'll probably look back on it in a couple of months' time and be like, well, we can actually say that we did really start from very humble beginnings.
It's already one step up from the back room of the house. So, we're kind of slagging it a wee bit, but I already like it.
So this is new HQ. We'll be back in again tomorrow. Steff's in here himself tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the scary office.
Big day for the company.
Big day for the company. We'll be holding the fort officially, because this is the fort. I'm going out to site, so we'll come in the morning, get some stuff done, and then tomorrow it's site visits and potentially survey prior to an order being placed, which is good. Good morning. It's Tuesday. We are in the new office. So I've came in a bit earlier this morning just to try and catch up on some stuff. Today we are heading to Gullen. Steff is in the middle of finalising our CRM system. which we use monday.com. So we're trying to set that up to do some automations so it makes life a lot easier for us. So we're working through that just now as well. We have got some account stuff to do. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day. We have just left the office. The visit that I'm going to, we've actually been working on this job for about 3 or 4 months. The job is a fairly large refurbishment extension project that we actually did some internal windows in with our previous company that we worked with. The purpose of me going through really is to have a look over things, make sure everything is as required, take some kind of rough measurements, widths and heights to make sure that what the architect's actually designed on paper has followed through to what's going on site. Really nice architect, Craig Amy Architects is the architect on this project. We've done a few projects with him in the past. Maybe get some drone shots. I've got the drone with me, so we'll maybe get the drone up, have a look and see how it looks from above. So we're out on site at Gillane. Just had my meeting with the client, and have to say this is going to be a cracking project. Again, I don't know what it is just now, but we seem to be hitting it lucky with the views that these projects have got. Views are out here. This will be the access into the site, and our door is going right up there. We're going to bring the goods in here and manoeuvre them up with a crane or high ab to the upper floor level, which is up there. So this is the view that we get from the back, and here we have Q4 Cortitho slimline sliding door. To the left we'll be putting a triangular gable, and to the right we'll be putting a triangular gable. All of these windows will look directly out to here. As well as that, we've also got several windows throughout the property which are also being replaced and will be changed out for some internal windows. So back door, big front door, main entrance area, which there's an extension going in for that. So quite a lot of work in this extension refurbishment. Out here, this is all going to be a new deck as well, which will all come up to make the external floor level here and the internal floor in there line through perfect. So cracking project. We'll get the drone up and see what it looks like from above. We're going to have to go back out to that job next week. The openings that are on site, although the job's quite well developed, one of the things when you're doing, slim sightline doors and trying to hide frames to make sure that everything is as frameless and narrow looking as possible, the devil's in the really, really intricate details of those things. So on this project, for example, after taking a couple of quick measurements on site, we realised that the door that's below, which we are replacing with a Cortitho Q4 sliding door is out of line with the two triangular windows or positions above it. So because of that, we need to centre it, because when we put this door in, that centre column or that centre 20mm sightline has to line up exactly. So there's a wee bit of work there to be done with the builder in order to make sure that that's all done and taken care of before the door gets done, and we need those openings adjusted obviously before we can take measurements and get things ordered. Another great order for Q4, which is our newest supplier, so it's nice and reassuring to know that we're giving them some business. All good, exciting times. Just need to head back to the office and do all the background work now to make it work.
It's an early start this morning. Not as smooth as we might have hoped for. A little bump in the road, Mark.
That's true. Like,
Mark got a little bit extra sleep compared to me.
Yeah.
And probably a bit of a kind of surprise start, but that's what happens when you have you kind of sleep through the alarm. But we're currently on the road on our way to Paisley Town Hall for Best Fest, just to see what kind of innovation is happening in the Scottish construction industry right now. And we're going to spend the morning there. We're going to listen to some interesting talks and presentations.
what does BEST stand for? Do you know?
Built Environment Smarter Transition. So effectively BEST is like a kind of innovation hub in Scotland, and they help companies, organisations to develop innovative solutions to either, construction problems or just improve the construction industry. At some point we will hopefully be able to take you on like maybe a wee tour of kind of the BEST facility. This one is at Paisley Town Hall, just outside Glasgow. So
more like keynote speakers and some exhibitors.
This is the Best Fest 2024. So it's effectively, a showcase of some of the stuff that they've been doing since last year, some of the stuff that's worked, how things have changed in the industry, how the thinking has changed, the stuff that is, problems that need solutions that have worked, different thinking, the kind of the general landscape and how, things are kind of panning out. Just to kind of be in the room with like-minded individuals who also want to kind of innovate and push certain aspects of the construction industry forward. It's exactly the type of thing that we want to be involved in, and certainly we want to go there and hopefully kind of share some of our ideas and pick up some new ideas that we can hopefully integrate into our business.
We'll take you along, let you see what it's like, and let you know how it goes on the way back. Just like that, Best Fest is over. I had to just quickly drop Steph off there. He needs to go and pick the kids up. So, being brutally honest, it was good to go and see, and the ideas and the concepts and the keynote speakers that they had were superb in their own right. There was, lots of really, really good discussions going on, and panels with regards to how the industry is evolving, the industry being construction industry and house building industry, and how we improve housing stock and that type of thing, which was really, really good. I just can't help but think when I go to some of these things that we're missing some of the basics, like the fundamentals. Before we start pumping heat into buildings, the first thing that we really need to do is stop the heat coming out. Look at walls, roof, windows. And that's not just because we're in the glazing industry, but look at the fabric of the building first, improve that, and then you'll need less heating demand in order to heat the spaces. It just seems like some of the stuff they're talking about, I can see it catching on, and I can see the way we're progressing, and in 5, 10, 15 years time, you know, these schemes that they're talking about and these innovations and stuff could be the norm, but it's not going to solve the here and now, and that is that we have an ageing housing stock that needs to be fixed. So it was good, it was worthwhile, decent bit of networking, met up with some old contacts and guys that we used to work with from Morrison Construction, who are one of the sponsors, and Nick from Isochemy, who supplies our air tightness tapes and things like that. So it was great, good to catch up on those things. But yeah, a long day, quite a tiring day to be honest with you, even though you're just sitting listening to people. Back home, catch up on some emails from today and chill out, have a relatively early night, which is good. Usually back at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, so nice to get back a wee bit earlier and spend some time with the family, and we go again tomorrow. Good morning, it's Friday, so we spent yesterday trying to get through some quotations and projects that we had on board.
Just trying to catch up on the week. We are out and about today. Our first stop is to go and pick up a loft ladder for the cowshed. So as part of what would have been in one of the previous videos, we're obviously going down to the cowshed as well to have a wee look and see what kind of progress has been made. But that space above the kitchen and the 2 bathrooms has been floored so that we can use it for storage, and the way in which we are going to get up onto that storage is a loft ladder. So we're going to head down to our old work to go and see Lisa, and we'll pick up the loft ladder which belongs to us and take that along to the cowshed, and then we'll have a wee look and see what progress has been made this week. Unfortunately, the floor saga continues. We were meant to have painters in this week painting the place out, or at least making a start on it, but that has again had to be pushed out till next week.
Yeah.
So maybe Sunday.
Possibly, yeah. I think they're going to start on Sunday and potentially work night shifts to try and catch up on stuff. But the floor still isn't right in the building. We've had a contractor in to do the floor. According to landlord and contractor, it's conflicting information. We don't really know, but we're caught in the middle. And all this while, we are postponing trades, which is causing us issues. So
it should be resolved.
We're hoping to be out the thick of it today.
Hopefully that work's been getting done. So it was supposed to be getting done Wednesday, Thursday. It's now Friday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we are going to the cowshed and the floor has been fixed.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of cracking on with the next thing.
Yeah. Got a day of admin over the weekend. Steph's got some construction stuff to work on, and next week is pretty much rammed already again. We'll go into that next week. That's altogether. So no, we'll catch up. That's next week's problem. Again, all good, but unbelievable how busy we seem to be in such a short space of time. Yeah. I think it's just because it's the two of us, to be brutally honest, that there's no one to delegate this stuff, so we're out site visits, admin, banking, quotations, estimating, everyone's rolled in between the two of us, so.
Weeks feel like months. We never get anything finished, and I wish we were making more money. We'll see you next week, people. Week 6. Let's have an update. So, down at the cowshed, although based on the field, maybe be the sheep shed. Progress, there has been progress made. We've just done a quick walk around, and tradesmen are in at the moment, so we will go in, but there's a wee bit of noise and things like that happening, so just like I'll do a wee bit of the kind of talking out here. So our tradesman Chris finished the display stand at the door, where the big sliding door and Q4 Cortizo products are going into. Internally, the offices, kitchen and toilet blocks are kind of underway, and based on the quick walk around that we've done there, the floor screed issue has been resolved. So now it's literally just a case of we can get the painter to come in next week, or hopefully Sunday, get that kind of started. The plasterboard is going up in the offices. Next week we're going to be going into first fix electrical, so we updated our kind of plan to show where we wanted the sockets, the data points, lights, light switches, and yeah, where it's finally feels like we're into this point where we've got a bit of forward momentum. This is the point in the video where Mark does a wee overlay, maybe with some music or like voiceover. But so 2 offices, plasterboard going in, all exposed on this side for first fix. Brand new floor screed to kind of level it out.
4th floor screed.
No cow has set foot on this floor as it stands. Layouts and things like that for kitchen and both bathrooms are done. We also brought the loft ladder down, so the thinking is we've access to the loft from this kind of point in here in the kitchen. This area is going to be like a kind of parapet roof, so you won't see any of the stuff that we put up here for storage. I mean, we're not anticipating there'll be much. Christmas decorations, you know, stuff that we don't need on a regular basis. And then, yeah, that's where we're at. I think once we start getting into plasterboard and first fix and the decorating, it's really going to feel like it's kind of coming together.
It's great to actually start putting things back together. The display at the front looks great, so now we get a proper impression of how the door will look. So the door will be sitting in this frame here, minimal sight lines. All the cladding has been done on the outside. So got some really nice T&G cladding around here.
Chris done a really nice job actually, like even details like this.
Some really nice detailing on it.
So that we can still access everything we need to access behind there in terms of the up and over door.
It's been slow getting to this stage. I think we thought it was going to be a lot quicker than this. We've done a few showrooms in our time, and I
think the big difference on this one is like majority of the showrooms that we've done over like however many years under, you know, different companies, you know, for different employers, or, you know, even not like being there at the same time but not working for the same company. We went into those as a kind of a shell that was ready to just start fitting out. Whereas this one, with it being the cowshed, there was a level of kind of work that needed to be done to bring it up to that kind of that point. And I think that's maybe the bit that we kind of underestimated, or, you know, there was a bit of a question mark over.
Also not having your own tradesman.
Yeah.
You know, in other situations we've had, you know,
in-house people,
in-house window fitters who are also joiners who, you know, on a Friday afternoon can bang in 4 or 5 hours and get some stuff done, or come in at the weekend, do a bit of overtime. Here it's been very much a case of,
I suppose all of those scenarios are we're more in control, and this one it's somebody else's in control.
Whereas
of it.
We're using external trades to get this rolling. So next week, hopefully painters in starting Sunday, which will
first fix,
transform the place, and then first fix, electrics and plumbing.
which will make a huge difference as well.
It just means the next elements, so you know, like the outside of those frames can start to get finished.
Yep, and we can
once that's in, they look solid. You know,
we can bring our joiner back in. Windows and displays are due to arrive in the next 3 weeks.
There's not much left to do construction-wise at that point as well, so we can start bringing stuff over. You know, we've got a few bits and pieces in storage. It always feels a bit weird to kind of like, you're like, I need this and you can't access it, whereas like once that's over here and we're kind of in and out, you know, like we're just that bit closer to being finished, you know.
So all good way to finish a Friday. I've got to go and pick the wee man up to school, so we're going to go back to the office, do another couple of hours of work. And
you're waiting on a quote, that's what I'm about to go and do.
You're waiting on a quote, Steph's about to issue it. And yeah, we'll catch up with you next week, which is going to be another mega busy week, but some exciting stuff to take you around and let you see. So yeah, we'll catch up with you then.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.